Hi everyone and welcome to another video. So today's video is going to kind of be a vlog, kind of just be me cooking and preparing for Eid basically. Today I've decided I want to kind of just start getting everything done because it's getting me a bit stressed out to not know what I'm making and all that kind of thing. And I know that I'm going to be making samosas, so I'm going to make some pastry because I was in Tesco last time I went to Tesco and I saw two members of staff with literally the whole amount of pastry that was in the freezers. Do you know the ones that you use for just normal samosas? The two members of staff were at the till just buying all of them, so I feel like that is not cool. I was so tempted to ask them if I could have one. So I'm going to be making my own pastry. Normally the week before Eid I'm just always stressing about what I'm making, where I'm going to get things from and that kind of thing. I just filled up my flour thing. This is the last of my flour. But anyway, I'm going to be making pastry. I've never made pastry before. I used to watch my mum make it when we were little. I found a recipe which looks exactly like the way my mum used to make it. I have 250 grams of flour here. I'm going to add some oil and some salt to this and just rub it all together. I'm using a recipe that I found on Pinterest. It's a YouTube video. I will link it down below. Okay, so it says to add half a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to do that. And then it says mix well. Recently I have been struggling with everything, like everything. Like it looks like I have it all under control because I upload a video every day, which I spend like 2 hours, 3 hours maybe editing the video in the evening or in the morning or whenever I get a chance. It's always about things that I've been doing, obviously in the small amount of the video that you see, but people are commenting saying, I don't know how you do it all, like give me some of your energy. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil.
Mommy.
Yeah?
I want some like these little fish, look.
Oh yeah. You can have some after you've had your dinner, darling. Just rubbing the oil into the flour to make it a crumbly consistency. But anyway, as I was saying, I've just been really struggling with everything, like keeping the house clean, doing all the cooking, looking after the kids. Like I've been having lions until 11 o'clock and it's just making me feel really crap. I don't know. Elisa's personality has changed so much. It's crazy. Like she's just turned into this little girl who won't listen to me, and that's really upsetting me, winding me up. I don't know. So I'm just mixing all this together until it holds its shape like this, but I'm going to do a little bit more because I can feel that it's still quite fine in places. And now I'm going to be adding some water to this, and it says to add a little bit at a time until it turns into like a chapati dough. So I'm going to be doing that. How are you guys all coping with lockdown now? I feel like a lot of people are going a bit mad. I don't know, I just feel like I am going a bit mad. I'm not even going to lie. I need to be like out and about and doing things and going to Home Bargains and B&M and Primark and going to the park and, you know, just being free to go wherever I want and not be stuck in this house 24/7. It's just getting so stressful now, I think, especially because it's Eid, and that is making me so emotional that I can't see family on Eid. It's just crazy. Like, I never thought that this would happen. Eid is family time, just me and the kids and their dad. That is not Eid. Like, Eid needs to be with my whole family. I feel like I need to break this lockdown thing and just go to my mom's house on Eid because it's just going to be too emotional and stressful. Like, I don't even know what I'm cooking and who I'm cooking for. I've been looking at recipes and things like that and the things that I normally make, and I'm like, should I even make that? Because everyone's going to be making cakes if we're doing it at home. Everyone's going to be making their own things. So why am I going to be making a cake, loads of different things that I was planning to make, if it's just going to be me and the kids? Obviously we'll send food and stuff to everyone's houses, but it's just not the same, is it? Because when you have cake, you want to enjoy it together and you want to put cream on it and talk about how delicious it is, and I don't know. And in the mornings on Eid is like a family time. I always go to my mum's house and have garam dood, which is hot milk, like a hot milk dish. And this year it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so I'm going to have to make it myself. I've never made it before, so it's not going to be good. Guys, can you see how stressed I am? I just won't stop talking about crap. But this is looking a bit, I don't know, a bit stiff right now, but hopefully if I work it a little bit more, it will be okay. Her dough looks really soft. Mine just looks like a blob of stickiness. I'm just gonna go check on the kids. This is what my dough looks like. It's nice and soft now. It's not too soft where it will just break apart when I roll it. But now it says to leave it for 30 minutes to just settle or whatever it does, I don't know. So I'm gonna leave it in here. Cover it with a tea towel. I'm going to leave that for 30 minutes and then I will be back. So it's half an hour later and I've just come back to this. I haven't checked on it yet. It's nice and soft, beautiful. So now I'm going to start the next step, which is to knead it a little bit more and then roll it into a log and cut it into bits. So I'm just cleaning the worktop with a sponge. I always do this when I make anything on the worktop. Just because this is what you clean your dishes with, you eat from your dishes, so this must be like the most hygienic way to clean things. Just washing up liquid on a sponge. I'm just going to scrub my worktops down so that I can do the pastry on here. And my worktops are now perfectly clean, so let's move on to this. So what it says to do is knead it. I find this is the easiest way for me to knead it. Just basically folding it in on itself. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to roll it into a log. And then once it's a log, I'm going to cut it into 6 pieces, it says to do. Okay, so now that I've got 6 pieces, I'm going to do each individual one and just make it into a circle shape, ready to roll into like a little ball. And it should look something like this. So I'm going to put that to the side, do the rest and then come back. I now have all of my dough balls and I'm going to put all of them to the side apart from one, and I'm going to start rolling them. I need to get some flour so that it's easier to roll. And yeah, they're so soft, it's crazy. So I'm literally just going to flatten it with my hand a little bit because I just find that helps when you're trying to roll it into a circle. Flour. Got my rolling pin. I'm going to just try and get these all the same size, which is going to be a test because whenever I roll I can never get them exactly the same, or they're all different sizes and shapes and things like that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So now that all of those have rolled out, it took me about 5 to 10 minutes, not too long. So what I'm going to do now is go and look at the recipe and figure out what the next step is. The next step is oil and flour. So what we're going to do is put some oil onto our naan bread, no, not naan bread, our pastry, and give it a rub. Just spread it all around. Oh, that looks like a lot. Then she puts a bit of flour on and rubs that in. Okay. And then she puts more on top of that as well. And then she adds a pastry on top of that. So then you have like a layered effect going on. So I'm going to do that again. I'm actually quite proud of how similar the rounds are. That one's a little bit big. Oh well. Now I don't know if she does it to the last one, so I'm just going to go quickly have a look and see what she did with the last one and wash my hands as well. She doesn't put anything on the top, but I'm just smiling because I've just watched the next couple of minutes and I have to roll this into a bigger one. But let me just make sure it's not going to stick by putting some flour underneath. I'm so nervous about this. Let's go, let's do it. Bismillah. It just feels like everything's going to squish out. I feel like that might not be thin enough, but it's gonna have to do because I don't think my dough is big enough, bigger than that. Let me have a look. This is the size of my dough. Let's compare it to this. Okay, so I think it's the perfect size. Maybe I could go slightly bigger, but I don't want to go too big, and just in case. I think that's good. So let's move on to the cooker and start this. Let me go watch the video so I kind of know what I'm supposed to be doing before I do it. I'm heating my pan up. It's been heating for about a minute or two. It's on a medium-high heat, not too high. So I'm gonna add that and attempt to do my first one. So what I'm gonna do is put that straight onto there and then let it sit for about 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna flip it, and then it says to peel off a layer. So let's try and do that. Okay, that's on. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about this. I don't know why I'm so nervous. It seems like it's really big, but I feel like I could have done maybe the balls a bit smaller and done like smaller layers. Do you know what I mean? But oh well, we'll see how this comes out, we'll see. As it sits on there, I'm just gonna turn it a little bit just so that the bottom cooks evenly. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna peel this off. That is boiling hot, oh my god. Okay. So I think that is okay. Look at it. Now it says to peel off this layer, which I don't know how I'm going to do that. How do I do that? This is not cool. This is not cool. Oh my god, oh my god. This is pressure, this is pressure. Because you have to peel it off before the other layer cooks. Oh my god. This is not working. This is not working. Let's take it off the heat. It's working, it's working, it's hot, it's hot, it's really, really hot. Oh my god. I've taken it off the heat. This is stressful. That's the first one, guys. Okay, let me flip it. This is the second one. It's a lot more coloured because I took so long to remove the first layer, so let's try and remove this one. Hopefully it'll be a bit easier. I feel like I'm failing at this, guys. The top of this part's broken up a little bit and I took it off the heat, so the bottom's not done yet, so I have to wait a few seconds. This is really scary and it really hurts my fingers. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully it won't hurt too much. I don't even know where this layer starts. Yeah. Ah. I don't think it's done yet. I don't think it's done. Oh my god, guys, this is so hard. Not making pastry ever again. I'm gonna ask the Tesco assistants if I can have theirs. I've put the heat all the way down so it cooks slowly, so I'm not stressing to get to the next side, if you know what I mean. But now it seems like it's taking too long. I just feel like the layers aren't proper, like they're not peelable, if you know what I mean. Some of them are really stuck together in certain areas, which is very annoying. But it's okay, we can sort this out, okay? Let's see. Okay, so this is slightly coloured, so now I'm going to peel this layer off. Okay, this side is already coloured, so I'm going to do that as well. Guys, this is not fun. This is just the worst experience ever. My fingers are in pain. Okay, so I just had to go clean up Issa's mess. He just dropped rice all over the living room floor, so I just went to do that. Now I am back and we are ready to sort out our samosa pastry. This is what we have so far. These are the sheets. How cool do they look? They're nice and flexible, which is great. Some of them look a bit dodge, not gonna lie. Some of them are a bit more cooked than others. This one has a lot more colour on it and it's a lot more stiff, and it's a bit thicker actually, this one. Oh, that one's probably not gonna work. So the next step is to grab a sheet and to trim the edges so that you've got a square basically. So I'm gonna do that. And here we have our first 3 samosa pastry strips. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of myself. Let's move on to the next ones. I'm just gonna do them all quickly. So we have our samosa pastry. The top ones look a lot nicer. These ones are not as cooked, and look how flexible they are, very nice. But then the ones that I did later were a bit hard, like they're not as flexible, like they're a bit stiff in places, but I think they'll be okay. Some of them are thinner, some of them are thicker. This is how much it made. And we have a bunch of offcuts as well. I'm going to freeze them and then have them with cowsey. So what I'm going to do with my pastry is just put it into a paper towel, and then I'm going to dampen a tea towel and put that around it. Right now I'm going to be making my samosa filling. I'm going to be using my mum's recipe, which I'm not allowed to share, but there's loads of different recipes that you can use online. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do now, and then I will be back and show you how I fill the samosas. So my quinoa is all done. It is a lot later now. It is nice and cool as well, so it's ready to fill my pastries, which is what I'm going to do now. Just got a little bit of flour with water in this bowl to make a glue to stick the pastry together. And then of course I have my pastry here, which seems to have softened up a little bit, and it just looks really nice and ready to put the meat inside. So let's do that. So the way that I do my samosas is not the way that my mum does, which she will be very disappointed to hear. Sorry mum. Basically I fold this like this, and then I fold this in half, but I put some glue here so that it glues it all together. So then you've got a nice little pocket on this side to put that in, and then you can put the rest of it over like that, and you've got a perfect little samosa. Let me show you. So all the samosas are done. This is how many I got out of all that. I'm not too happy about the pastry. It's not the softest, it's not the easiest to work with. The samosas look a bit crazy. Some of them broke up a little bit, so I couldn't use some of it, so I don't even know. I don't think it was worth all that effort to make the pastry. I don't know, it might taste amazing, but we won't know that until later. But they're just gonna go in the fridge, and I now have all of this quinoa to use, this filling, which I'm going to probably go and get some ready-made sheets and use that instead. I honestly feel really sad about my pastry. I know that I must have rolled it too big and too thick. I think if I made this again, I would do the balls half the size and then pastry a lot thinner than I did, and then made like 2 separate big ones, if you know what I mean. So I just got back from the Asian shops and B&M and M&S, so I thought I'd show you what I got. I didn't get loads, I just got bits and pieces. I'll start with the Asian shop. I got some fine semolina. This is going to be for something I'm baking on Eid. Some coriander, some little baking cases, because you always need these, and I haven't found any anywhere else recently, so I thought I'd get them from the Asian shop. Some onions, some vermicelli. I got some vanilla essence. Vanilla essence? Is that the same as vanilla extract? I don't even know, but I got this because I haven't been able to find it anywhere else, so I thought I'd check in the Asian shops. I hope it's the right thing. Let me know if you know. This is the make of it, I don't know, Baron. That face looks like the Money Heist face, doesn't it? The main reason that I went was for some samosa pastry, so I got these ones. This is spring roll pastry, but you just cut it. And then the last two things that I got were some chewits, and these are just for my sweet bags for Eid. They've got strawberry blackcurrant and fruit salad, £1 for this little bag. And I also got an Aladdin's mix, and it's got these little dummy things for £1 as well. And that's everything I got from the Asian shop. I picked up 3 things from M&S. So I got these Connie the Caterpillars. Haven't had these for so long, and Elisa loves them, so I had to get them. And I really want one as well, I'm not even gonna lie. And then I also got some pancakes. I'm gonna have this for Siri tonight, this morning. Obviously tonight, not this morning. Anyway, I'm gonna have these for Siri because I just felt like it. You know, you feel like eating something when you fast, you have to have it. And then I also got some eggs from M&S as well. These are just the mixed size ones. That's what I got from M&S. Now B&M is the rest of the stuff. I got some food bags. You're just gonna think I'm a fat cow now, but basically I really felt like having this as well. This is like a childhood chocolate. We used to get this from Car Boots when we were younger, and so I thought I would pick up this. And then I'm always running out of cloths to wipe my worktops down, so I picked up this pack of 6 little microfiber cloths, and they're just really easy because I wash my cloths and towels after every time I use them. The next thing I got was a jug, and this is just a nice microwavable jug for baking. I also picked up some Sif because I really needed it. I got sprinkles because I'm making these little biscuits, and I think these would be perfect on them, so we'll see. But anyway, that is everything I got in this haul. This cake I've got from Zahra Cakes on Instagram, and oh my gosh, look at it, it looks so soft. Look how soft this cake is. Oh my god, I cannot wait to eat this, look. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm going to leave the link to Zahra Cakes in the description of this video. This is the nicest cake I've ever tasted. Oh my god, so good. So I've been making the samosas with this pastry, and look at how much nicer they come out. They're just so much easier to work with, but I feel like I need to do this recipe again. I think I will do it again, but when the flour's not so short stocked. This is them fried. So these are the ones that I made, these cute little ones. They taste amazing. They taste like my mum's. And then these are the ones that I just made with the store-bought pastry, and yeah, that's the difference between them. But how nice do they look? But anyway, I'm going to end the vlog now because I'm just going to go and eat all of these, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!